Hello everyone and welcome back to the 3T Path channel. My name is Giridhari, and today I want to teach you the 5 classic levels of mental power which we find described in the commentary by Vyasa of the Yoga Sutras, which some academics think that Vyasa is actually Patanjali. So he might be Patanjali commenting a self-commentary on his text, Yoga Sutras. But anyway, whatever it is, it's in the commentary, not in the sutra of the first sutra of the first verse of the Patanjali's Yoga Sutras. There's this description of the 5 levels of yogic mental power. And it's quite helpful for you to see where you're at and then what you can aspire to and what you can do to get better for your life. So the first one is Kshipta. Kshipta means distracted. So in Kshipta level, your mind is just like a crazy little monkey, just jumping from one branch to another, just a crazy, like just all over the place. I think you know what I mean, because we've all been there. So Kshipta level is just a mess, distracted, zero focus. The mind is just jumping around. You can't get into anything, can't do anything, because you're just so distracted all the time, okay? Now, level 2 is called Mudha, it's called dull. Now what Mudha means, it's like bestial. So in level 2 of mental power, the person does have some focus, but the focus is on pleasure, on matter. It's like an animal. Like an animal can be focused on getting his food, on having sex, on sleeping. So that kind of like animal focus of like, okay, I'm going to do this, I'm going to enjoy that, my senses want this, I want to have sex, so that kind of focus, but on a gross material external level. That's called Mudha. So a lot of people, in the world, basically, we have lots of Kshiptas and Mudhas. And now let's try to go up a little higher. Level 3 is Bikshipta. So now in Bikshipta, this is what happens. You have that moment of higher level consciousness concentrated. For example, let's say maybe you're watching this and you're paying attention, which would be amazing. So let's say you actually pay attention to a video on yoga wisdom like you are now. So this moment you're paying attention, it's a spiritual topic, it is wisdom, it's elevating your consciousness. And then after that, your mind goes all over the place again and you're confused and distraught or you're Mudha. So Bikshipta is like when you have that moment of good focus, but it doesn't last. It's just like a moment. It's just like, okay, I had it there. You went to you went to the temple, you went to the church, and then you had that, okay, I was there, my mind was fixed, was elevated, I was feeling it, but then you lost it. It's just like you just did that thing, that ritual, and then now it's gone. Your mind's all over the place again. So that's level 3. At least like now there's some light coming in. There's some moments of light. So that's a good thing. So that's level 3, Bikshipta. Now level 4, things start getting pretty good. In level 4, Ekagra, one-pointed attention. So that's really good now. Now in Ekagra now, you can actually, you can put your mind, so you have those fully focused. Your mind is concentrated. It's no longer going away to like the lower levels of Bikshipta, of Mudha and Kshipta. Now you can maintain a pretty good level. It's not perfect, but you can concentrate much more. You can sit down and actually do your work and not be distracted. You can focus your mind on higher things. You're beginning to have control over your mind. So that's really good. So level 4, we can all start aspiring to and practicing this one focus. The more you practice, it's all about practice, guys. What I tell my students is spiritual life is measured in time. How long have you been practicing? It really is measured in time, in hours and minutes. Believe it or not, and like when you see the studies they're doing in neuroscience, contemplative neuroscience, where they study these advanced, meditators, it's clear. It's a scientific truth that it's like, how many hours do you have? Is it 1,000 hours of meditation? 10,000? Like 20,000? and then the results are different. The brain is different. It really is measured in time of practice. So the more you have your Ekagra moments, the more you have your Bikshipta moments, you're like, okay, then you elevate that to having more concentration, more one-pointed attention. That is training your mind, training your brain, and that will increase gradually. Okay, it's a power you increase. It's just like, your couch potato. You start running or jogging, and I hope, if you start running, you might have a heart about it. You start doing some exercise. It's not like the next day you're running a marathon. It's going to take time. How much time have you spent exercising, running? It's like, okay, I'm spending like an hour a day, 3 hours a week, 5 hours. It's like, it's time. Oh, I've been doing it for 2 months, 3 months, 6 months, a year. And then you start seeing results. It's the same thing with mental practice, with yogic practice. So now Ekagra, very good, but that's not the end. Now level 5, that's where you want to get to. Level 5 is Niruddha. So in Niruddha, that's it. A controlled mind, that is the goal. That is the yogic goal. You want to have a Niruddha black belt mind. Your mind is fully under control. You never lose it. You're always on. You're a conscious person. You're aware. You're Buddha. You're enlightened. So Niruddha means fully in control. Or throughout the day. And this really works, guys. I mean, you really will experience this. I mean, my students have. You really you go through the day and you are on. You're on. You're observing your mind. You're making decisions consciously. You're choosing the right thing to do consciously. It's not automatic. It's not lost. It's not distracted. You're on. This wonderful state. You get clarity. You get focus, harmony, peace. Really nice. This is the goal. So that's the goal, Niruddha. So that's it, the 5 levels. You have Kshipta, distracted, Mudha, animal-like, focus but on gross material things. Bikshipta, you're having your moments, but then you fall back. Ekagra, one-pointed, you're practicing this one-pointed consciousness throughout the day so you can maintain that. And then finally, Niruddha, full mental control, full mental power. Let me know if that makes sense to you, if you have any questions, and have the rest of your day with lots of peace and lots of love.